Let me know what you think. From Lake Mille Lacs to Brazilian wax. Super Bowl, baby.
I'm in because it's self-explanatory on both sides.
Well, you were just telling me, though, off air that you don't have to go to L.A. to get the Brazilian wax, so...
We're coming.
That was A, you weren't supposed to share that.
It's a private conversation, sorry.
And B, that was for my eyebrow waxing.
I always love that.
Had nothing to do with my hinterlands, the nether regions.
I shouldn't have said anything. Simple mistake on my part.
Hey guys, this is Jim in Minneapolis. How about from Lava Land to La La Land?
From what to La La Land?
Well, the transcription says lava.
Oh, Lava Land.
We did have lava here like a billion years ago, but
did we? From lava. Maybe he meant Lavelle.
Oh.
Maybe Wobble Land to Ketchikan. You're listening to 9 to noon at KFAN.
Morning, PA. Morning, Nordo. Dan from Rochester. Liquidated the 401k on the plus 8.5. How about...
Good for you, bud.
From kicking the Norse butts to Randy's Donuts.
Is Randy's, that's an iconic spot out west, isn't it?
Not that I know of, unless it's popped up within the last quarter century.
What's the spot with the big, somebody's holding up a donut? Is that Randy's?
It might be Randy's.
Oh, okay.
It could be Randy's. We had...
seen in cartoons and
movies. You got
movies.
Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. That's Immortality. Fat Burger is Immortality. Fat Burger is Immortality in SoCal. Not super familiar with Randy's, but there is a big donut bit. Der Wiener Schnitzel is also Southern California Immortality.
Oh, what about this?
Hey, Paul. Hey, Nordo. Charlie from Adrian. From fishing with leeches to making them our beaches.
You know what? You nailed it, Nordo. World famous. See, so I've seen the donut, but I guess I never picked up on the Randy on Manchester, which is close to SoFi. It's Randy's Donuts. It's that giant donut you mentioned with the name Randy's on it. And with respect to Krispy Kreme, I mean, my, holy cow, do these things look good. Man, Randy's got a nice website. Yeah, I get the Randy's bit. I thought he was talking about Moss, but he's talking about the donuts.
As the Vikings are known to pillage, they set their sights on the SoFi Village.
The autumn wind is a Viking, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
APA Nordo, Allen and Afton. From 0-4 to Lombardi lore.
Okay.
That's in.
I like that.
4 lost Super Bowls. Last time they were in the Super Bowl, 77. Everybody knows that. 0-4, Lombardi lore. Digging it.
Allen and Afton doing some heavy lifting.
He's got a nice voice, too.
All right. Let me see. Blowing the horn in the land of... Okay. Let's get to the next page.
They ain't playing the game in San Fernando Valley.
That's where it is? Okay.
Where what is?
Where a certain industry.
Vividly speaking, I believe that is a polarizing part of the old Southland.
All right. So where do we go here?
I can't get confirmation on young Alec, whether it's studio or phone. He's in a bit of a meat grinder right now. It's not a bad bit at all. It's a positive bit for him. Just popped up this morning. Involves editor-in-chief at New York Times.
Oh.
So, yeah. So, I mean, I told him, hey, man, you got to cancel or you got to postpone. No sweat. Like Nordo says, it's not sus. It's antithetical to mid. And it certainly is no cap. And he left me on red. So, he could be in here within the next 8 minutes, or maybe we'd be calling him in about 10 minutes.
Okay. Either way.
Well, that fan survey bit that he did, I don't know if you read it.
Yeah, I did.
It's really, really good.
No, I was going to use it for Vikes Bites, but then it just made more sense. Let's just get Alec in studio if he can, or
either that, or I talked too long about something that means absolutely nothing, and we clomped on Vikes Bites, and like squirrels conserving nuts. We stored them off to the side, didn't we?
It's mid-July.
It's a big stored him nuts off to the side time of the year for 9 to noon.
2 weeks before camp, we store.
Hey, this is Mitch from New Brighton. From the land of 10,000 lakes to the state of big old fakes.
Man, you're just all over this fake vibe. Everybody is, actually.
Let me see here.
Hollywood.
Wow.
Hollywood.
I don't like this one.
I want to hear some more gritty in a certain city.
That's what, yeah, again, we're on the grind over here.
Hey, Nordo.
Hey.
It's Shaggy from Zembroda. How about from Green Bay to L.A.? Thanks, guys.
From Green Bay, so that is...
Hold on.
So he's saying...
I'm trying to figure out which way he's going with this.
Never heard anyone in my life who's more insane than Paul Allen.
What he's saying is the Green Bay Packers are going to the Super Bowl. From Green Bay to start of the season.
Maybe week 1.
Yeah, because the Vikings will win that game.
So we have to stretch. So you could do week 1 in L.A., or week 1 with Green Bay to V-Day in L.A.
Oh, it's Valentine's Day,
it's Valentine's Day.
I mean, how many broken heart lines are you guys missing?
Check your watch and tell me what time it is.
It's 10:14. Where's Alec?
Now peek your head out and tell me what the climate is.
Starting to get hot in here. Norder's got to take off all his clothes.
That's not good for anybody. I'm saving that one, Shaggy. I'm saving it. I'm gonna tweak it if that's okay with you.
Shaggy.
What could we just do like Lombardi is for lovers?
PA, do you really love the Vikings?
Of course he's a homer. You know they told me I was a homer?
Who the hell would ever ask if I really love the Minnesota Vikings? I mean, I can't stop thinking about that now. Either that or you have misconstrued what people have said and you twisted it for the benefit of the producer and much to the chagrin of the announcer.
I've encountered people over the years. They cannot believe that you are as passionate and
I'm not from here?
All in on the purple. Maybe it's part of that.
Okay, well,
we didn't have 20-minute conversations about it. I'm just like,
08, 18, 26. In the business, we call that 28 years. Let's go ahead and call it 28 to 29 years.
Sure.
I'm 60 years old. I've lived here almost half my life. I've called races at Canterbury Park, your beloved racetrack in Shakopee, for more than half my life.
You raised your kids here.
Raised my kids here. And one liked it so much, she left for Colorado.
Check your watch and tell me what time it is.
9:15 Colorado time, and I miss Coley.
Now peek your head out and tell me what the climate is.
69 and smoky in Amsterdam for the fan traveler's forecast, though.
This is Scott from South Minneapolis. We're doing the gritty and all that drip all the way to the Sunset Strip.
I like that.
My, so am good.
Hey guys, Max from Eagan Eye, shortened my note from yesterday. From TCO to Marilyn Monroe. Thanks, bye.
What about, pretty sure he's dead, but some kind of Hugh Hefner line, some kind of Playboy line.
Ooh.
Some kind of, Hugh, what does Hugh rhyme with? Hugh, boo. Who? AlRoofing.com.
Yeah, there's got to be, let me see here, getting blotto in the grotto.
So like last year, I can't find it. Like last year.
From wild card defeat to a San Francisco treat, silence the whiners in the home of the Niners. Destination Denim.
It's SoFi's the home of the Rams and the Chargers, so you can play off Rams and Chargers.
Santa Monica Pier.
Really easy to rhyme with the word Chargers. But Pier, Pier.
Trophy case getting larger. Yeah, that's tough.
From Loserville to Levi.
Yeah, there you go. From Loserville to SoFi.
Turn the frown upside down. Vikes raised the Lombardi in Tinseltown.
Like Tinseltown. And dig that.
Ding-a-ling. My ding-a-ling.
Should I have big voice guy just say that? My ding-a-ling?
My ding-a-ling.
He's gonna.
My ding-a-ling.
He might quit after I send him all these.
From the snow to the big show.
What?
From the Love Boat to the Gold Coast.
Oh.
Rob, how
so I could.
How did I not know we had this on the button bar? I mean, it's. And the smart homeowner has dodged the storm chasers.
Yeah. Just received an email.
Just gave somebody some ideas.
Yes, you did. From the Love Boat to a gold coat. What do you think about that?
What's the gold coat?
I don't know. Assume you're going to be a Hall of Fame. I guess the implication of winning at a high level. I think they just wanted to use Love Boat.
What about getting high at SoFi? I mean, it is the land of dispensaries.
So high at SoFi.
So high at SoFi. I mean, first time I had the privilege of going to SoFi. I believe it was the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Chargers. And I'm on the sideline. I think it's a late November, some December game in Southern California.
Yeah.
You know, as I'm on the sideline faking my adoration for the Vikings.
I always love that one.
Because I'm an interloper.
I always love that one.
But anyway, when I'm not interloping, I'm on the sideline and dripping sweat, and it's hot as bleep. And so I'm doing the first part of the pregame with Muss. So that would be, let's call it 10 a.m. cornfields and like 8 a.m. I don't know what time it was. No, we'll call it 3 o'clock game. So it's whatever time it is, I'm on with Muss. And I'm melting down, man, because I'm sweating. I just learned that SoFi did not have air conditioning. There's no air conditioning at SoFi Stadium.
Technically, it's open air, right?
Correct. But it wasn't open, but it's December, and it was abnormally hot. It was unseasonably hot in the land where they have dispensaries. So I think I said on the radio with Muss, I'm like, how did I put it? Like, they don't have air conditioning here. Little did I know, in the land of dispensaries, they hydroponically are growing people.
I always love that one.
And I got this purple and gold hair coming off of me right now.
I always love that one.
I'm being hydroponically grown right now. Little did I know I was in a greenhouse. Oh, Alec texted. What do we got?
Hey, PA, it's Mitch from New Brighton.
Hey.
From soda pops to flip-flops.
Yeah.
It's simple.
All right.
That.
Alec's going to be on the phone. That's fine.
Yeah, all good with that.
That's fine.
How about, I like this one.
What up, PA and Nordo? How about from mittens and stocking caps to Speedos and bikini straps?
That is awesome.
Yeah, that's a very, very good one. The con! Now, the full-time package handler, Lonnie Anderson, just wrote.
Oh, did he punch up his from the other day at all?
Well, the second of two texts was, please don't repeat that on the radio.
Oh, fair enough.
So I'm going to repeat some of it, Lonnie. From the Gallerhorn to the land of...
This show is naughty and might make you a potty mouth.
I didn't say the whole thing, full-time package handler guy.
Just people can put whatever word, corn. It's probably corn.
All right, let's catch up with Alec Lewis from The Athletic and theathletic.com around the corner. That'll take place next at FM 100.3 KFAN.
Hey guys, Jerry and Blue Earth. Vikes win the big one in L.A. for Lolita and Tanqueray.
You're listening live to Paul
now.
9 to noon on iHeartRadio and FM 100.3 KFAN.
Everything all right?
Yeah, we're great. I apologize for this. There was a meeting scheduled. It had already been scheduled, but ran a little long. So it happens. It happens in the real world. You just got to get over it, improve, keep grinding, and things are great. How are you?
Things are well, thank you. I was looking forward to seeing you, but I'll get over it. We'll get over it. It's great to have you on the radio show. Alec Lewis at Alec_Lewis, The Athletic and theathletic.com. And the purpose of the the purpose of the conversation was, did you tell editor-in-chief guy that?
Jerkass!
The fan survey piece at The Athletic and theathletic.com. And Nordo read it a couple of days ago. We were going to use it in Bikes Bites, but we held off because we knew we would chat with you today. I got caught up on it over the last day and a half. You got a bunch of votes for this, for the individual topics. People love bits like fan surveys that you can read at The Athletic or theathletic.com, don't they?
Yeah, thanks for promoting. I mean, KFAN has been talking about the Athletics fan survey for the Minnesota Vikings for like 2 weeks, which is probably revelatory in the sense that the other topics are World Cup and when is the LaMelo trade going to be official. So appreciate the conversation about it. But yeah, fans, I always think every summer it's a great potential opportunity to just take the pulse of fans. You see stuff on social media. You hear things when you're at the grocery store and you see somebody who wants to talk Vikings with you. But like, what does the collective actually feel about the team? So we do this survey every summer and have done it for 4 years and got like 3,000, something responses. And it was interesting, certainly.
Well, so whether it's Shauna Riker or Sarah Ziegler, the higher-ups with the New York Times sports department, why did they have to do it this morning? We wanted to see your cheery face. The happiness on your countenance brings joy to the love covenant.
I've been on PTO because I'm trying to refresh my brain, and you can probably hear in my voice, like there is a joy today in knowing that we're almost back, Nordo, we're almost back training camp. And so I am there. I'm starting to think about training camp, and you can just hear the giddiness, I think, a little bit in the voice, but they wanted to get it over with on a Friday, have a little review, and then move forward. But
that's fair.
I mean, there was some survey talk, so we'll get into it.
So I mean, obviously, without oversharing, like, how did the review go? A 9 to noon thinks you do a great job. We love you at the Friday Football Feast. We have all your albums and read all your stories. Did they bang on you for non-essential clauses or prepositional phrases or something?
No, I thought it was a pretty solid review. I mean, I was pretty proud of the work over the last year. I definitely, to have to go to Dublin and wear England and be in Europe for 2 weeks, that was probably the amount of expenses that were sent in probably needed to be discussed a little bit. But no, I think things are good.
Wow.
But it's not about reflection. It's about how can we be our best when our best is required for the 2026 season. That is what it's about right now.
Amen.
He led the review with that, didn't he?
And we're, as the football season would go, we are in the high red. I mean, we've just come into the red zone. The low red probably would be the Baltimore Joints. And then when we get into the end zone, that's the game against the Green Bay Packers to begin things at U.S. Bank Stadium. How about this? I'm determining how this review went from a fiscal standpoint, let's say. The Vikings have a preseason game in New Jersey against the Giants 5 weeks from tomorrow. Assumedly, you'll be there.
I always love that one.
So I haven't in past years gone to the preseason games, but I have been thinking, an early fall trip to New York. I mean, that sounds pretty phenomenal to me. Mm-hmm. And then the idea of, would the quarterbacks be playing? And if they are, shouldn't you be there for that? I think that would be a really
100%.
I think that's a pitch that I could provide coming off this review. So we'll see what's possible. I'll be very curious.
All right. Well, I'm going to be serious here too. I mean, I mentioned it.
Okay.
We've all mentioned it in passing a million times. I'm going to be poignant or pointed with it. The first preseason game 5 weeks from tomorrow, which means training camp is just a few weeks from right now. Do you envision the 2026 Minnesota Vikings entering training camp with one quarterback getting most of the primo reps? Or are we going to take that OTA minicamp competition and roll it right into training camp?
Yeah, I would say, from the very outset, so the first few days, and I don't say this with any intel because I really haven't, a lot of the staff, front office, coaching staff has been on vacation. You probably are familiar that Kevin O'Connell's on the golf course in Tahoe the next 3 days playing in the American Century Championship. So everybody's kind of out. So these questions haven't been asked a ton. But I would say in the first few days, I'd expect the competition to continue to really be vivid and visual in terms of the amount of reps each guy is taking. And then at some point, there will, and I think the staff probably will hope it reveals itself. There will be an advantage one way or another, and that will help the team discern what they're gonna, the player that they're going to provide more reps. And I would say, I still maintain that Kyler Murray is going to get the opportunity to win this job, but J.J. McCarthy will show up with the chance to show growth and improvement every day in practices and instances where Brian Flores is not taking it easy and is mixing calls the way he would on a Sunday.
So should McCarthy inherently, because he's been here, if that's the scenario, and I'm not going to predict the cut, like Kyler 65, McCarthy whatever, Wentz whatever, but should McCarthy have an advantage in that situation heading into training camp?
No, I don't think McCarthy would have an advantage because I would just say, and we've talked about this before. One guy started for 7 seasons in the NFL. One guy started 10 games, and that doesn't dictate anything other than, an experience level. Obviously, Kyler Murray is, you saw it in June. We stood on the sidelines next to each other. He was working his way through the system that the Vikings had not dumbed down for him at all to try to get him up to speed. But no, I don't think there's any clear advantage other than the experience level and factor that both guys have had. And I would just I really think training camp is so revealing because it's open to everybody. You see everything. You see throws made. You see interceptions thrown. You see reactions from teammates, from coaches, and the more sample size that you get, 4 practices in, 5 practices in with pads, it's hard to, I'd say, it's hard to really lie about what your eyes are seeing. And so I think it will just work out, based upon what everybody, fans, media, coaching staff, front office, what they see. I think it will just play itself out in front of everyone's eyes.
To the survey Alec put together at The Athletic and theathletic.com. You can download the app too. That's where I read most of my stuff. This is in no particular order. But since we're talking about quarterbacks from the survey, and it's a confidence level type thing where, there's certain shades of colors where it's like if you're this light purple or this fuchsia, incredible confidence, straight purple, you got confidence, then you got the gray area in the middle, burnt orange, and some other color all the way on the far left. Quarterback play, level of confidence that the quarterback play will be much improved from last season. About 60% think it'll be better. About 30% are in the gray area and are not sure. And that's with well over 3,000 people contributing. There also are comments tied to this, but 60, quite confident that it'll be better. 30, not sure. What do you think?
Yeah, I absolutely think the quarterback play is going to be better. And it's obviously Kyler Murray's experience is part of that, but I've been very open about this. Like, J.J. McCarthy, regardless of how 2025 went, we all remember it was better down the stretch of the season. And he's also a 23-year-old who, because of this competition, has been really motivated to improve. So I would expect him to be better. I would also clarify that the room is deeper when you include Carson Wentz. And so even if players do get hurt, even if there is drop-off or a need for multiple quarterbacks, there's more confidence in turning to those guys than there was last year with Sam Howell and Max Brosmer, and obviously eventually Carson Wentz. So I think I'd be probably more than 60% confident that the quarterback play is going to be better, and it better be, I'll say.
There is a predictive side also to this survey. It's not everything is your level of confidence in. For instance, the Alec asked those taking part in the survey to predict who the Vikings starting quarterback will be, I believe, when they play Green Bay week 1. Kyler Murray received close to 70% of the votes. McCarthy got about 29. Wentz got 1%. 70% is, really no surprise here, but do you think that number's too high, too low, or right where it needs to be?
No, I think I think the question might have been, who do you want to be the quarterback in 2026 for the Vikings? And this was interesting. It was like, you just said it, but 70% of people wanted Kyler Murray to be the quarterback in 2026, but then the next question was, who do you want to be the quarterback of the future? And it was more than 50% said J.J. McCarthy. So it's an interesting, I think there are, the way I describe it is, my sense from the fan base through this survey was that people very much want better quarterback play in 2026, obviously, and however it needs to happen to where that is the result, that's what people want. But the fan base also wants a young quarterback that it can cling to that gives you a chance every single fall, and that's what the Vikings drafted J.J. McCarthy to be. And so, I almost felt like my sense from the fan base in this survey was that, there's a push-pull between those two worlds that everyone's kind of sorting through and sifting through and trying to conceptualize in your mind. Not everyone, but a lot of people, and that is interesting.
Well, the quarterback of the future part you just talked about, McCarthy goes 54.5%. Kyler is 18 and change, but someone else was at 27.5%. So, Vikings fans are just all mentally twisted up over that part of the equation, aren't they?
Absolutely. And I've said this on my own podcast, and I've said it in writing, one of the most interesting parts of this entire quarterback, I'd say, saga going back to, let's just say, the drafting of J.J. McCarthy in 2024, I believe it was, is just the psychology behind it all and from the fan base in terms of, I totally understand why every Vikings fan would want the young quarterback that provides what Patrick Mahomes has provided in Kansas City, what Josh Allen has provided in Buffalo, where every fall, once August rolls around, because you have that guy, you feel like you have the chance to make it to the mountaintop. And so the fan base having that perspective and clinging to J.J. McCarthy as a byproduct of that is natural, and it's probably, the perfect and correct approach, to take. So, it's interesting, but I think this season is going to reveal so much about the quarterbacks, about Kevin O'Connell. It's just going to be a clarifying data point in many, many ways.
We have good and better news for you. Are you ready?
Yes.
The good news is 9 to noon genuinely loves you, whether you are here or on the phone. The better news is we're going to hang up right now and call you right back in a little bit, okay?
I'm looking forward to it.
Alec Lewis, The Athletic, theathletic.com. Back in a flash.
You're listening live to Paul Allen at 9 to noon.
Bonus, Alec. We appreciate you, Alec Lewis. You having a good morning?
I was planning on going all the way to 11 anyway. So, Excellent. I just feel like I'm doing my due diligence here.
Okay, now, the next question from the survey, and we're going to frame it up like this.
Yep.
Will the Minnesota Vikings win a Super Bowl within the next 5 seasons?
Loserville sounds better in FM.
A strong 62%.
Loserville sounds better in FM.
Said no. What do you think of dim apples?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't expect much more than that, frankly. But I do feel like it's hard to take the answer to that question and not pair it with just overall confidence in the direction. And I did, while I don't think fan confidence for where the team is and is going was as high as I've seen, or was as high as it was last year via this survey, like I still do think there is a very good amount of confidence in where things are and what's possible, especially with the hire of Nolan Teasley at GM. And there were multiple fans who said that they thought that was a massive hire. And I've said to you, and I've said in writing even, that, I mean, around the league, I think people were pretty impressed the Vikings landed on Nolan Teasley. Now, the proof will obviously be in the pudding, but it's hard for me not to think that the front office will be driving in a direction that fans should be proud of and happy about.
I was, as part of this survey, you kind of asked just a simple question, like, hey, do you think the Vikes should still add a free agent pass rusher? And, you know, it was nearly 80%. We're like, yeah, we need one. And, you know, if you had added names, I'm sure there would have been a bunch of selections around the various names. But, you know, we earlier in the week, Alec, we kind of framed it up like, where are we weak? And we just kind of talked through some various aspects of it. Would you consider whether it's adding a free agent pass rusher or via that position group concerns question you asked, which position group concerns fans the most? Cornerback was right behind QB on that list as well. Are you thinking about adding free agents? Are you concerned about the cornerback group? Where does your head sit at with that stuff?
And with the free agent rushers, let me add to this. Let me add this to it. Do you have any steam? And B, I've said the same two names for about the last 3 weeks, so I actually put some time into some more names. So any steam on the likes of Joey Bosa, Leonard Floyd, Von Miller, Hassan Reddick, Kyle Van Noy, Jadeveon Clowney, or Jelani Tavai, who played with New England last year?
No, I don't have any steam, but I mean, I definitely, the edge rusher position and the edge rusher depth is, I mean, it's smart for everybody to be clued in on it, because behind Andrew Van Ginkel and Dallas Turner, it's a bunch of undrafted players who are less proven, and Bo Richter and Tyler Batty and Chaz Chambliss. And so at some point, whether it's before training camp or during training camp, I'm absolutely not going to be surprised if there is an edge rusher addition. Now, the question with that spot is, how open are guys like Von Miller, Joey Bosa, Jadeveon Clowney going to be to potentially, begin as kind of a backup type role? I mean, that's part of it. And the other aspect is, if they haven't signed to this point, how much will they just want to wait to see if there is an injury to where they could then end up being in a starter type spot? So once those questions start to, I'd say, just, clarify themselves, that's probably when I expect the Vikings to do something. I was pretty blown away. Someone asked me about Jadeveon Clowney, and I looked this up. He was fourth in pressure rate among all pass rushers last year, behind like Will Anderson, Micah Parsons, and Nick Bonito, and that blew me away. I mean, I remember him looking good on tape before the Cowboys game, but I think if you could secure a guy like that, that would be a huge boon for depth. And then I'm less concerned about the cornerback spot. I really think James Pierre was a guy they coveted, and Brian Flores has been able to make lemonade out of the cornerback lemons that he's had. So not as much of a concern as edge rusher to me.
To follow up on that, that's a great point, Alec. The idea that, whether it's aging out or later stages of career, one last dance for some of these free agent pass rushers, PA listed some pretty big names. I mean, Joey Bosa's made a career of it. Von Miller, of course. And so the idea of coming here and he's like, hang on a second, like I got to split reps with Dallas Turner. Like that seems like that's got to be a difficult part of conversations they're having with some of these guys.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not even split reps. I mean, you know, with Dallas Turner, the Vikings want to give him an opportunity to prove that he is the first-round pick that he showed himself to be over the back half of the 2025 season. So maybe it's 75-25, and if you are a Joey Bosa trying to earn one or two more big-time contracts, how willing are you to step into that type of role? And so, again, like, I think it's a marketplace conversation. At some point, let's say August 10th, if Joey Bosa or any of these names realize, and I'm just singling him out as an example, if they realize that the market is not going to allow them to be a starter, then they may be more willing, if the money is there, to sign with a place like Minnesota. That's just why I don't expect this thing to have some very quick resolution. But there's no doubt that depth at that spot is important, considering they're also betting big on the interior defensive line with Caleb Banks and Dominique Orange and a lot of young players who are unproven.
Oh, hey, Marcus Davenport's still
I saw
available.
that. Yeah, good luck.
Hey, back to the survey. This was also part of our conversation this week, and I know you posted about it on X. I played some audio from Kevin O'Connell and his just a cool interview he did with Dan Patrick. And, run game improvement, part of your survey, like, hey, what's an area you're most curious about with the 2026 team? It's kind of until proven otherwise, or something I'm really feeling optimistic that will be better. It was a part of Kevin O'Connell's optimism, not just around the quarterback, but this offense improving in 2026. And the fans really latched on to the idea of run game improvement with this 2026 incarnation as well.
Yeah, and I've said, if you want to be a really big optimist about what the Vikings are capable of in 2026, the idea of a really good run game is really where if I'm an optimistic Vikings fan, that's where I hang my hat on, because then you can start to dictate to defenses with an incredible combination of pass catching weapons and also a run game with the addition of Frank Smith. And with, having Keith Carter be the offensive line coach, and with the healthier offensive line that includes Christian Darrisaw, you really can squint and see the vision of what's possible. But I will also say this, that's the optimist view. If you took the pessimist view, Kevin O'Connell has talked about the run game every spring, fall, summer that I've covered this team. And while it was better than it's ever been in 2025, it has not been a phase of the team that strikes fear in opposing defenses. And until it gets to that place, I think you are probably going to be asking too much of any quarterback, regardless of their experience level or their draft position or youth. And so I just want to see that proof show out on Sundays in the fall, come September, and until then, I can understand buying in. But I think if you do see it, then it unlocks the potential of this offense in a way we really haven't seen under Kevin O'Connell.
Lastly, Alec, the from the survey surprised me a bit. Maybe it shouldn't. NFC North opponent fans survey wise most fear: Bears 52%, then Lions and Packers. Who do we believe is the team to beat in the division? Because Rube Nation, 3,000 to 4,000 of them, put the Bears at 52%.
Yeah, I can understand why people believe that, because you still have a young and developing quarterback in Caleb Williams, but more importantly, I think you have a head coach in Ben Johnson who has proven to be an elite level play caller and an elite level builder of culture in Chicago. And PA and Nordo and everybody listening to this, as well, when you have the quarterback position and the head coach position settled, and the head coach is as much of an offensive, schematic expert as Ben Johnson is. Ben Johnson, it's pretty low key. People want to talk about their pass game. Ben Johnson leads the run game installs for the Chicago Bears offense. He's the one who walks through the nitty-gritty of the minutia of the run game in Chicago, and he did the same in Detroit, and I think that's so much of what helped develop the identity of that offense and really helped Caleb Williams to where he could then play more free. So I understand the Bears. I think if you're, I think poking holes in the Bears, you probably say they're not going to have the turnover margin defensively that they had in 2025, and that would definitely affect them. But I can understand the pick, and I believe Ben Johnson is really, really good, so I get it.
My brother, have a wonderful weekend. Tell MD we say hello, and we'll chat soon, okay?
Love it. Thank you, guys. Talk soon.
Yes, sir. Alec Lewis, The Athletic, theathletic.com.
He's going to be hosting on Tuesday, by the way.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, that's next week.
We were talking about a really, really comprehensive and cool Vikings fan survey Alec put together at The Athletic and theathletic.com. where I think it was 3,600 people were like, team to beat in the NFC North is the Chicago Bears. Maybe we need to change our faces.
Fall down, Chicago Bears. Ha 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 ha. You're not in face.
This is PA.